Hey there, thank you so much for tuning into our podcast. But before I take you to your show, I have a very small request to make. Do check out the other episodes that we have created so far. And as you know, we are available on all major music and podcast streaming apps across the world. So, whichever podcasting platform you're listening to, do hit the follow button and leave us a rating, as that will help us improve our content and reach a wider audience. And with that, welcome to the show.
Hello there. Hey. So this is a new podcast that we are starting. It's called Say That Again, Mate. I don't know if that makes sense. But what makes sense is I'm joined with my beautiful friend, my sister, my partner in a lot of crimes, Priyanka Mishra. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Priya.
It almost felt like I'm entering a stage and I'm gonna perform. It gave me that anxiety. Oh my god.
See, anyway,
It's
anyway, just it's just the two of us listening to this podcast, okay? So
yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
gives a shit.
Even if someone is listening to us, it's just how it is. We usually talk like this when we are on 1 hour or 2 hour long calls.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello
So
from India, Mexico.
yeah,
What's up,
so
bhaiya?
this is how we are like
Yes,
maintaining our external relations in different
yes.
countries and different continents. But anyway, how did we think of starting a podcast, man? I mean, why
Yeah,
not?
yeah. We were like, why not? We were having 1 hour, 2 hour discussions about any topic from anywhere, even from bed sheets to like normal. How does this work? This electronic gadget work? To my sister
Exactly.
coming to our dearest friend and my sister.
Let's not talk about anyone else but
So
us because this is an important thing that we have started. So, what
the
I'm
thing
gonna
is,
say
we
today is,
jumped we jumped from one to another, and then we decided to let just why not make it as a podcast and release it, and let's see what will be the reaction.
I Amber heard you. So now it's my time
Yeah,
to take the podcast ahead. And
yeah,
guys, what have we got? We have got some interesting topics. We have got some things to discuss. So, see, this is just a very generic, fun podcast. We don't talk about really the politics or something really important, but it's just a fun thing. You can listen to us while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're running, while you're at your gym. I don't know if this is going to motivate you in some form. This is going to bring some energy to your life. But this is what it is, guys. Just sit back and have fun.
yes,
And that's what we are supposed to do. We not take things seriously all the time.
yes.
All right, so let's start with the topics. Priya, you have something to say? Some opening thoughts?
I was I was just collecting Amazon guy ka delivery parcel. I'm really sorry. It's our
See,
first ever podcast, and I was collecting. Couldn't help it. The guy was standing there for like 10 minutes.
this is this is how unprofessional we are. This is the level
And
of
this is how
podcast that
professional Amazon people are. I mean, the expected delivery was tomorrow, and then it came after 7 p.m. Guys, let's just appreciate Amazon Prime members. Cheers.
well, I would definitely want to appreciate Amazon Prime members, but I would also like to set the record straight that this is the level of
Yes,
podcast
yes,
that's
yes.
going to be going
Yeah,
forward.
it's gonna be impromptu, organic, and everything. Ha,
Yeah, the
for this,
host
for this
host might
day.
host or guest, whoever it is, might go and collect parcels, might go and
Mm,
cook,
yeah,
might prepare
yeah,
tea, might make coffee while the podcast is still on. So that's what it is, man. It's just
yeah.
regular
Guys, I
30
live
minutes of
alone.
life.
I live alone. I gotta do my shit on my own. So there is
All
no
right,
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got you. I hear you.
Okay,
Alrighty.
let's begin. Let's begin.
Okay. I'll go with the first topic. I'll introduce you to the first topic. This is very interesting. Coming from the current times. I just read it a couple of days back or maybe a few days back on Twitter that there's an email inside Tesla which is
Yeah,
written by Elon Musk asking employees to come back to office. And
Yes.
also it mentions that if you don't want to come back to office, you still want to work remotely or something, you have to leave Tesla. Just get your
Oh,
shit out of the company. What do you
okay.
think, Priya? Do you want to go back to office?
Well, partially, I do enjoy going to office or like working in that space where I work the desk. I do have this energetic feeling of waking up. Okay, I'm gonna dress up to go there. Because on contrary, when we work from home, there is a lack of this cut to cut routine which I follow. For example, 7 o'clock waking up and then breakfast and then doing a schedule is plan. Otherwise, there is, you know,
I think it's
so
the
it
other way
doesn't.
around. If you have to go to office, you got to put your life into a schedule. Like you have to get up at this time so that you have enough travel time. You got time to get ready, and then you reach. I think. See, I'm not questioning Elon Musk's email and that statement that if you don't want to come back, you have to resign or move out of the company. I don't think that's bad in any way because it's his company, his way to run it. People have a
Yeah,
lot good sides, bad sides. But
yeah.
for me, I mean, personally, I would not go back to office, man. I am
Oh,
doing so well from
yeah,
home.
I can see. Yeah, we know that. We know that because you
Yes.
have planned your day accordingly because you're working
Yeah.
remotely, and then your each day activity is based on because you're working from. That's why you own it. You don't. Your decision is yours. That
Yeah.
way, I would say yes. But the thing is, my office, they have come up with this great idea. Like 3 days you come, rest for another 2 days, it's fine. Even if you're coming for 2 days a week, it's also fine. So I think that is fine. I can bear that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. Also,
See,
my
I
office
I
is near
agree
to
with
my
this. I
hmm,
agree with this, and because a lot of companies are putting in this model where they want people to come 3 days a week.
correct
See,
weekly or
I'll
something.
I'll I'll,
Hmm.
I'll just put a point there that people, a lot of employees, they're not having their homes in their base locations. Okay, so like let's say that if the company is in Bangalore, there's no point. I mean, a lot of us don't have our houses in Bangalore. We are anyway gonna go there and stay on rent, right? And
Agree.
if we have to just go to office for 3 days, for heaven's sake, why can't we spend those 3 days again at home? Because anyway, we are not going for the other 2 days. And if we go to such locations like Bangalore, some small town, tier two, tier three city guy, he goes to Bangalore, he has to spend all that money, on the rent and
Correct.
plan things
40%.
accordingly.
Correct.
Everything, yeah. There are
Hmm.
lot of savings when you are working from home. And I believe last 2 years, the companies have not gone through something, something critical that's not happening because
That's
associates
not
are not
happening yet.
coming to office. Yeah,
Correct.
everything is going fine. Everything is going
Yeah.
nice.
In fact, they were in profit. Like mine was. I don't know about others, but they were in profit. So
Anyway,
yeah.
guys, it's up to you. We don't work at Tesla, so we're safe. Anyway,
Also, there are pros and cons. I would say there are pros and cons. For example,
exactly. Yeah.
if someone a person who is bored of the monotonous, okay, doing this, doing that, and then your parents are continuously after you. He
Right.
have a routine or some so. And if there's a point that when we feel stuck कि अभी what because कुछ हमारे हाथ
I've got
पे
a
नहीं है
solution. I've got a solution for that, Priya. Let's send our parents to office. Let's send them out of
oh,
homes.
oh
Just go
my
and
god.
work.
No, not that way. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's
wow.
fine to have them control your life because oh my god, it's already 7 o'clock and you've woken up for like 10 minutes now and you're not getting up from your bed. What is happening? That comes. For some people that is there. My parents are like that. So they are not controlling in a way where disrupting
No,
my
I
schedule. Yeah.
I
But
get it.
there are pros and cons. I do miss my home. I do miss having a routine there where I used to do yoga there. quite often. But abhi, I can see myself losing that. I'm gonna get that again to my yoga shit. Otherwise, it's gonna be
Which
hard for
shit?
me.
Which
Yeah,
shit brings me to our next topic.
yeah, of course.
All right, segue.
Shit reminded me of Mr. Putin.
Yeah. So this is the recent news that I read somewhere that Putin carries poop case whenever he travels. Like literally,
Man,
he
like,
he collects his shit whichever country he goes to. Like he
yeah,
doesn't
man.
want his shit to fall on the lands of those country or
Yeah,
whatever, man. And you know the reason behind it? They mentioned the news article mentioned that Putin fears possibility of like information about his health going into the hands of
correct.
foreign intelligence services.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I don't know his health. I mean, he's ill. We all know that already without testing his poop. But
yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, I don't know how secure he thinks he want to be. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Also, think of a man who, for example, imagine you yourself getting into this kind of scenario where you're collecting. Okay, you're wealthy enough, you're popular, you're okay. You have this thing that you can carry a suitcase, and all those men are there to take care of that. All that is fine. But what about the thought emerging in the first place? What made you think like that? Ki, okay, my poop might get detected
See,
with that thing.
I think that's a pretty valid reason from Putin's point of view because there's so many shady things happening inside Russia and in the Russian government which we don't know about, you know, and
Agreed, agreed.
they're just
Which made
allegations or
him
conjectures, yeah, that Putin's health is not
hmm,
good. Who's gonna run the
who's
country
gonna
again?
govern
Who's
now and who's gonna come next and all of that
and
shit.
for
Yes.
God's sake, this war. Who's gonna command this war? And
Yeah.
all of that thing is so I think a lot of intelligence agencies are after him to and after Russia to extract things out of that country, how to deal with it. Because honestly, the world has failed us with this Russia Ukraine war. I don't want to get
So
into that, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll get a bit
yeah. But
uh,
anyway,
are
I
taking
cannot
into
imagine
situation.
myself collecting my shit.
Guys, let's just agree to the fact that we are Indians. Okay, our diets might get like very bad at times. I mean, I'm not considering KG Bhai, of course, not considering you, but the amount of spices we include in our food. I mean, let's just say the suitcase might not be able to contain that.
I just don't understand, man, because the type of food we eat, the exact same kind of shit we do. I mean, what kind of a podcast is this, man?
This is a shitty
It's
turning into
kind.
like a poop focus. By that, it reminded me of a thing. If you have heard of this particular term or not, there is a pooping anxiety which exists. If you have
Yeah,
encountered this,
it
let me
does.
know.
It does.
Yeah,
So I'll give you one experience of mine. Okay, this
of
pooping
course.
anxiety.
Yeah.
To our fellow listeners and whoever has tuned in, we are extremely sorry for such a crappy show that we are putting forward. But oh
No, it's
God,
fine. No, it's fine. I think Indians are quite comfortable talking about poop. I don't know about others. I mean, at least we are not keeping a shit inside a suitcase and traveling, guys. Please, let's just take a
we
chill.
are better than Russians. You
Yeah,
know,
we are
we are open
better.
about it.
Yeah,
All right. So this experience happened to me. I remember once I had um, I had a marathon to run like
yeah,
early in the morning. So marathons start really early, right? 6 a.m. or
yeah,
something, 5:30. So to reach the starting point at 5:30, you gotta get up at 4:30, be ready by 5 so that you reach there by 5:30 or whatever the time is.
yes,
So once with me, what happened? Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know. The alarm didn't ring, and I remember I woke up like really late. It was like 5-10 minutes window that I had to reach the starting point. So irrespective of anything, I just drove the two-wheeler, went there at the starting point, just like washed my face early in the morning. I didn't like take shit that
Yeah.
early.
Huh.
So what happened in a marathon? You are actually working out, right? You are running a particular distance,
Yeah.
and it's there in my head that
Hmm.
dude, I haven't released my anxiety yet in the morning. So while
Yeah.
running those kilometers, if I feel like it, I might have to, go under a tree or somewhere. And it was there
Yeah.
in my head all through the duration, all
All the
through the
time.
race. Yeah,
I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
I can't tell you. Like there was a small, little pain in my stomach, and I would feel like, oh God,
Oh
that's the
God,
time,
it's gonna
time to
come, guys.
time to abort the race.
Oh my God. So pooping anxiety is a bit different, but yours was where to take the shit. I mean, okay, it's the time and I cannot control it. That is one thing. But the thing is with pooping anxiety and word existing, which is parkopresis, the term is parkopresis. So some people around the world, you might have come across such acquaintances or even people whom you know. So these people feel really panicky when they're around some other people, even with their partners. If they're gonna poop in the same, like if they're sharing the room and there is one washroom, if they're sharing the room in that way, they're very much they're very much aware. Okay, okay, shit, shit. They might hear the noise, they might hear something, or the while pooping, we might not have a good stomach all the time. Sometimes when we are alone, we are very free about it. But they have this thing. If what if the other person will hear all of these noises? They might love me less than they used to.
I
There
get it.
is this anxiety. So people actually go to therapy for this. How to reduce this anxiety. So this is a mental health treatment going on. There is this mental health treatment going on. So to relieve this anxiety, and some of my friends go through this the same problem. So whenever they come to my house, they are like, could you please play something uh, like any song on the speaker? It will be fine for me because I need to go to the washroom. I said it's fine. I'll leave the room. It's fine. But yeah, also in Japan, I've heard this beautiful thing about these people. Again, people with great minds there. They just make everything look pretty and fairy. So there is this shark voice which plays when people are in public washrooms. So just to make the people inside the washroom feel comfortable, that it's fine. So shark voice is playing at the backdrop.
See, the moment you release your shit, you're already in a state of comfort that nothing can parallel. Okay.
Now nothing can go. Yeah, that's the thing you have na for yourself, but people are going through these things. Oh my God, what if the person sitting outside, even if that person is your partner, he or she'll hear me pooping? Oh my God, what is happening? So that anxiety still exists.
So with poop, I just
Yeah.
have to let our audience know this that this podcast we are trying to publish it in all the podcasting platforms. Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify. So initially we'll be trying up with Spotify. So do check out on Spotify. We'll be coming with fun episodes every week for now. And
Hopefully, yeah.
do send us your suggestions at please say that again, mate at gmail.com. Yeah, we got an email ID, guys. So
Yeah,
we are
if you
professionals.
wanna, we are getting
This
into it, guys.
podcast.
This is the first. We don't know how this works. Let's just begin with your any kind of questions, relationships, and then life choices, decisions, parents, anything. We are young, of course, like in our 20s, but yeah, we are just
Yeah.
humans. We'll interact with this.
Send
It
us
will be
your
nice.
suggestions. Send us your thoughts. You want us to talk about any topic. We are all in. So yeah, we'll send in the details. We'll put in the details in the description. But now, I mean, with this work from home thing, and let's step away from shit for some time, Priya.
Yeah.
I know you don't like it. I know you don't like it that way, but uh, I'll go back to the first topic, this work from home and work from office thing. So
Yeah.
mostly, I just want to talk about it for a minute. So mostly all of, most of the companies are now starting up to call employees back to office. And a lot of my friends who used to live in some of the cities, Pune, Bangalore, and other places, they have already started to visit offices. So what's
Yes.
happening is, what they're saying is the inflation has rose. So what's because the deal is, 2 years back, whatever the rent was, whatever the expenses for grocery and vegetables and everything was, has risen up by approximately 20-25%. That's a lot.
Yes.
25% hike in rent, 25% hike in the monthly average grocery that you're getting. That's a
Groceries.
lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. People don't get
Really.
hikes. People don't get annual
Mm.
hikes of 25%. They get like 6-10%, 6-8%. So anyway,
Well, yeah.
because of all of these things, the cost things, I read another article sometime back that one of the US employee moves into the office cubicle, says,
Oh,
and he says that the job doesn't pay enough
oh my
to rent
God.
out a place. You think that's true? You think that's true? You think that can be a valid scenario in most parts of the world? Because eventually the real estate, the rent thing, they're getting so out of the park
Oh my.
because
Yeah.
and the salaries, the salaries that the guys are getting, it hasn't changed overnight. It remains more or less the same, but the expenses have risen like anything. So this guy, what the article says is, because of his low income, he cannot afford to live in his apartment. So he thought of
Yeah.
moving into the office cubicle. He literally brings his like bed sheet and pillow and everything and sleeps in the
Oh my
cubicle.
God. With pillow and everything. First of all, I
Which is
cannot imagine myself sleeping in a space where I work for like more than 7 hours, and sleeping there itself. I don't think I'm gonna like have a good sleep. Second of all, yeah, was he a resident of New York? If I'm not wrong, I don't know, because New York the prices are really high. That's why I just said New
I
York.
don't know. I don't know, man. It is somewhere from
The city
US, but
wasn't mentioned. Yeah.
I get you. I get you. I mean, you can't do that because you think that 7 hours and 8 hours already you are spending there and you are like literally bored. But if you ask from someone like me, who's
Yeah.
like us, because offices have good air condition, they have a very good aura. They're
I
kind of
already
clean.
inside that because the floor is much cleaner. Let's just let's just say.
Yeah. So I'll say that in the summer season, I won't mind sleeping in the office. I would never. I would
The
not
air
mind.
refreshener is also like good lavender and sometimes lemongrass also, which is my favorite, guys. Let's just say.
And the
Okay, but
best and the best part is and the best part is all the other employees are home. So you have the entire office by yourself. You live in, so now you could not afford a 1 BHK or something. Now you have an entire corporate office. You're
noise.
sleeping there.
Yes, one might feel like a boss or like this. Yeah, I have the power to do anything. Like every morning I get into this shit and then I'm like, okay, sir, yes, sir, and putting your head a bit tilted. Okay, just that's it. And now that nobody's around, you can sing anything, you can say any dialogue loudly, and there was this. Now that you know, I'm a big Tanmay but follower. So he once conducted this live chat show, live Instagram thing,
Hmm.
and then there was this guy who was working late night, like 2 a.m. it was at that time, and he was in the office. So
Oh God.
Tanmay Bhatt instructed him to like, I'll give you a dare, do this thing. For example, he said जोर जोर से बोलो and boss को गाली मतलब use slang words for your boss, whatever you feel like. And he actually did, and it felt so good. And I was like, okay, this is the feeling I might get if I'm gonna be alone in my office. Okay, bhadas nikalne ka,
No, man.
speaking my
I
heart
won't.
out.
I won't risk my career. I would never
No,
do
the
that.
thing is, imagine yourself doing strange things at very conventional places. It just gives me so much high and that kick. For example, singing loudly inside a bank. Just imagine, especially State Bank, guys. State Bank, if
Yeah,
you know,
just lighten up the atmosphere. Everyone is
yeah,
on lunch. Let's bring
yeah.
them back to work.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody's on lunch from 9 a.m. to like the 6 p.m. working out of
Yeah, man.
State Bank. So it will be fun, na, for one day, but
But
for one day.
coming back to this topic, I mean, we are such. Um, uh, so this in this case, what I think is, I do think the companies would allow someone do that. I don't think so. They'll just kick you out. The security will
Why would
kick you
it allow? Otherwise, if this will be allowed, then most of the people wouldn't mind living there, na? How much money they're gonna save, even if they're sacrificing on all of their comfort. Baki,
out.
it's fine for them if they are saving so much and companies paying less. I don't think companies gonna like be this much easy on their employees, if I would say.
I think these things happen mostly in US because in India the security guard is gonna kick your ass,
Exactly.
send you back home.
Uh,
Get out of it.
yeah. What is happening? Why are you here after 10 p.m.? That'll be like that.
Don't you
It's
think?
not
Don't you
possible
think
here.
it's not? It's safe out here. It's not safe out here. Why are you roaming around? Why don't you just go back to home? All those
They'll
things.
switch off lights before even they'll get to know you're existing inside the room. You'll die of not getting enough oxygen there. So better to spend a night with your friends who
I
can help
know.
you. Yeah,
I know. So,
wishing that.
I just wanted to ask you, like, moving away from this topic, like, it's been,
Yeah.
I mean, this has been an interesting set of events that's happening in the US lately. Um, what are you watching on Netflix?
Well, I started rewatching The Office. I'm quite
God,
getting into the each and every character. And this is the thing with me. I get into one thing and then I rewatch it just to observe more. I don't know if many people do that. So I get to know, okay, for this scene they must have taken this pause because of this particular reason. I
so
like.
have you watched most of the sitcoms already, or
I No, I'm lacking. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is left, so I'm gonna start it soon. Um,
you
I don't
cannot
wanna.
miss Brooklyn
Yeah.
Nine-Nine?
Oh
Come
yes.
on. What are you doing on this podcast? Just drop and go and
Uh,
start watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You
okay, guys,
stupid
I'm really
fellow.
sorry. Have you watched The Office? If
Yeah,
I'm
I've
not wrong.
watched.
You must
So
have heard.
I've watched The
Yeah.
Office. See, that these like really, really famous sitcoms and best of all times. Like one of them is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, of course. One is Friends. One is The Office. One is Two and a Half Men. Then there's Seinfeld.
Yeah. Big Bang
I
Theory. Then this.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory. I watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine like the entire season. I've just started with Seinfeld. I have heard a lot of good things about it. People
Noise.
like, yeah, people choose between Friends and Seinfeld. So I chose Seinfeld. I haven't watched Friends. All right, you can kick me out, but I haven't watched Friends.
Breaking so many hearts already. I mean, hearts. I wouldn't say in like
Dude,
romanticizing way,
I
but yeah.
I
Hmm.
haven't even watched a single episode of Game of Thrones.
I don't
Okay.
feel going to that lane because GOT I didn't felt like I watched first episode and then I was like I don't want to continue. It's fine to just it's fine. I don't I'm not in that zone to continue. Maybe some other day. And it's been 2 years, guys. I haven't come into that zone. back again. But there might be a, I don't know.
And
I just wanted to
not
get this.
no, 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 not just that. Like, if you this thing in the society, if you don't watch or you're not very much relatable with
Yes.
the
Yeah,
jokes
yeah, yeah.
that come around Friends or Game of Thrones, other things, you are not acceptable in the society, dude. I haven't
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
any of the Marvel movies. I've watched none of the
Well,
Marvel movies because I feel like they're not realistic. I am more into like Tom Cruise stuff where he's like saving the world from
agree,
a
agree.
nuclear attack or something. That is more like that okay, this might happen, but I don't see someone coming from another planet of a huge size and destroying the streets of. Why do they enter only America? Why do they never come to India? Because of the traffic or something?
Oh, you have that Shri Devi from English Winglish wala thing. Why is
Yeah.
America the United States? Okay, I get it. I get you partially, but I do get them also because I've seen my cousins reading comics and then growing up and then watching movies. So I get it. I get the madness behind, but I don't want to get into it. It's fine. I'm appreciating it. I moved on from them. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get into Marvel shit. I'm really sorry. Can't.
Hey, let's not, already we just
Breaking the
have like
stereotypes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Priya,
From
let's keep the
breaking.
stereotype aside. We only have just three listeners, including the two of us. So we don't want to upset the
Why
third
would you
one by
say
saying,
that? Why would you say that? Maybe some, even if two people are gonna listen to this after a month or two or even a
no,
year,
we don't want to break their hearts, right? By saying that okay, we haven't watched Game of Thrones, we haven't watched Friends, we are not big fans of
but
Marvel.
there is a chance, guys. There is a chance. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch it at all. There,
Yeah,
there
there's a
might be
hope.
a, yeah. There is always a
Yeah,
hope.
there's a
I'm
hope
not
next
saying I'm not
weekend.
gonna watch it.
There's a hope next weekend or maybe the later one. But anyway, that's
Yeah.
that's all about
Moving
us.
on. Moving on.
What have we
Acha,
got next?
I've heard this. I've heard this. Like we have all grown up listening to some idioms. For example, the the thing is, I've heard this recently. Like start from the scratch. I've made this from the scratch.
Hmm.
So another thing which I came across was like breaking a leg. So there was this Shakti Mohan who's now a renowned
Yeah,
choreographer,
yeah.
own institution of herself. She had this channel named Break a Leg. So
Break a leg. Yeah.
I was listening to some quiz, and then there was a question which was like in the past when Irish people and these spokesmen had really great influence. So they came up with this idiom for the superstition point of view. For
Hmm.
example, if you're going somewhere in India or anywhere else, we wish luck or we say like Hindi mein we say अच्छे से खुश रहो अच्छे से दे के आना paper or something like that. And in English we
Hmm.
say you know even before
Tell the
entering a theater,
superstition. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, we say good luck, man, and do it, you can do it, something like that. So these men believe that saying all these positive, fortunate things to a person who's going through, who is gonna go for a exam or anything, any important thing in their life, we should not jinx it by saying good things. For example, good luck, mate, or something like that, all the best. This might jinx it and might attract the negative energy. So, what they came up with is break a leg. So, whenever
Yeah.
an actor or a performer went to a stage, so they used to say, break a leg, man, break a leg, just to attract the good energy, the positive energy, and then it's gonna be like, okay, now I'm prepared. मुझे मिल गया मतलब there is
See,
good vibe around.
see, an old man like me, which I don't relate to all the millennial stuffs and the idioms that they use.
Millennial. Now
If
we are in Gen Z, bro.
someone says break a leg, I'll first get scared. Like, okay, man, I'm not a rookie. I'm not here to fight or something. And don't dare break my leg, anyone. So I'll get scared with all of that. But anyway,
Even
hey,
start was one of them. For
Yeah.
example, they were about to, I think, start the race. There was this planned race which was going to happen among
Hmm.
few people, and then someone marked on ground, like a little scratch they made, and then someone announced, like, you guys need to start from the scratch, and from there the phrase comes, start from the scratch, which also means I've made this from the scratch, which means DIY, or like I did it myself, something like that, with the things I had. So it has
See,
two meanings, right?
Priya, with scratching, anyway, we Indians like we always start from the scratch. I mean, we start
Yeah, I
scratching
mean,
scratching our balls before we do any kind of shit. So
oh
this
my
makes
god.
total sense. This makes total sense to Indians. Okay, we start from the
Well,
scratch and then we'll cook food. First
yeah,
we'll
yeah,
scratch. All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
So with food, I just came to the last segment of our podcast. What do you think of chai, Priya?
Oh, well, guys, I just had my chai before my dearest brother. He said that we're gonna start after 7 p.m. So I said I should have my chai before this because it will just bring that energy inside me. Okay, I'm ready. Also, I'm not addicted to chai, but there is this beautiful bond which I share. Even if the
Mhm.
chai is in the making, I love watching that process. What do you think? Like
Exactly.
that
The
that
changing color.
voice,
Like,
that beautiful romance. Oh my god!
but you know,
Even
these, I know a lot of guys who are addicted to tea.
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
cannot do without it. Like, the first thing in
Nature,
the morning, they want a tea. Or
yeah.
in several parts of the day, they cannot do without tea. They just need it. So I
You
had
just
this
need it.
friend in the office once, and she used to say, ki, um, like, chai chahiye. She couldn't
Try
do
to try,
without
yeah,
tea.
yeah,
And
yeah.
it's
Also,
an excuse, it's a good time
yeah,
pass. You don't know, you don't want to work, you
exactly.
don't want to, you're just getting bored. Let's go out for tea. It's just a escape from your routine. So I think
Also,
it's
like
important.
even if the other friend isn't drinking, they'll not mind the person who is addicted to it. They'll say it's fine if he or she is not having chai. It's fine. It's their
Yeah,
choice.
yeah.
We are not like coffee people, guys. Here you don't know how posh
Hell,
we are. There
hell
is
no,
this,
hell
you know,
no.
you gotta taste this beautiful coffee beans from XYZ country, which is made from poop. Oh my god!
Bullshit. Coffee from goat
Oh,
poop.
yeah, I've tasted that in Bali.
Hey, what
Uh,
are you saying, man?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Although I don't
Goat's
haven't
poop.
adapted. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also, elephant poop ka coffee beans are there in this world. And then
Hey, Priya,
yeah,
are you sure you checked? Was none of it Putin's poop or something? I
no,
mean,
no, I'm
no.
damn sure because they are reserved and preserved, and security guards are maintaining those poops inside.
Hell, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
Russia's economy is crumbling. They might use his poop
they
to
might need it.
to
Oh
generate
my god.
more coffee and taste it, and you guys taste it in Bali. Oh God,
Yeah,
disgusting.
let's
So
just hope
God,
there is
this podcast started with poop and it's kind of ending on poop. But anyway, I'll go back
the
to
way.
tea.
Yeah,
I'll go back to tea quickly and just mention a couple of points. See, tea is such an important part in Indian families all
correct.
across the length breadth of India, like north, south, east, west. Any place you go, they'll have tea
Yeah,
in one form or the other. They'll have different proportions of milk and water and whatever, but they'll
yeah,
have tea. They'll greet you with it. You cannot do away without tea in any part of the country. I mean, most part of the
correct.
countries, because I think the north is pretty much aligned because there are tea leaves that we grow in Assam and Darjeeling and those parts of the country, eastern parts of the country. Then in south as well, in Munnar and Kerala, there's great tea
Beautiful.
gardens,
Yeah,
beautiful tea gardens.
beautiful.
So I
Ah,
guess tea is pretty much all over the country, and I
like
think it's
people now adding this to Ayurveda and everything. Like for example, healings and everything is fine, but now people are moving towards even this thing, okay, rose petal and all, like all,
Yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
love Ayurveda. I love those green substances found in
I
Himachal.
love it.
I just I love those green things that people
Chamomile, lavender,
wake and bake in the morning. I'm kidding. I'm
love it.
kidding. I don't. I don't. I don't want to go
Yeah,
to jail. I'm sorry.
oh, we already entered that zone. Yeah, okay. I smoothly slided into that. No, but I can assure you that people who are not addicted, for example, you and me, I am guessing you are also not addicted to tea.
Yeah, I'm not
We also,
really addicted,
yeah.
but I think it's good to have in the morning. I mean, I need something to drink in the morning. It can be any hot substance like hot water, hot milk, tea, coffee, anything, green tea. Anything hot in the morning is what I need when I get up.
But what if you're living in like where temperature is quite high? It's sometimes
I still don't
that.
mind. I still don't mind. I mean, hot
Okay, so you're
temperatures
that
don't bother
kind.
me. Yeah, hot temperatures don't
Oh,
bother me. I'm more of I get scared when wind blows. So I'm kind of that kind of a guy. So
because
I
because
cannot
I'm
take
that
cold
kind of a
temperatures.
person. Yeah, I'm that kind of a person who like okay, बारिश हो रही है, so chai. Where is chai? I might end up or like being satisfied with two sips also, but
Yeah,
I'll have chai because I'm going through some issues with the very famous thing which most of women going from PCOS. So I'll
yeah.
have to avoid these things. I'm keeping it in control, but yeah, I cannot get addicted to anything. But there is this beautiful thing about chai that even if I'm making it for some other person, for example, if some person is in my house and they need something hot and everything, and they say chai हो जाए यार, चाय बना लेते हैं, and साथ में तो we have bread and biscuits and everything. So the process I don't
Chai
want to
is
miss
cool.
out.
No, no,
Yeah,
chai is
because
obviously one of the most, most used two beverage in Indian families and all of Indian communities across, left, right, center. And not only that, the Indians that they move out of India, they ensure that they have a specific type in tea and they carry it along with them. So,
yeah,
because tea leaves, they're not very common in other parts of the country, other parts of the world, because it's mostly consumed in India, and only thing that they get outside is the stuff that gets exported out of India, right?
correct.
So I think rest of the world is more of a coffee place apart from India because
Most of them, yes,
yeah,
yes.
we usually brought tea into the global stage. So anyway, with that
But
chat,
have you had McDonald's ka coffee?
I've had coffee in McDonald's. I have, yeah.
Yeah, because whenever now that it has reduced the times, I used to visit McDonald's earlier. It has
Hmm.
much reduced, but at that time I used to order one cappuccino and then one. Guys, I'm vegetarian, so I ordered McVeggie.
You're
So
a
one McVeggie.
vegetarian, Priya? Just drop, just drop from this podcast. Will
Okay, restrict me
maybe
from everything. Arrest me. Start with the common and then very
plead,
conventional jokes. Oh,
plead,
you eat
plead guilty.
and all. What all you eat? Paneer. Paneer is there. You know. Start with the
You
joke.
gotta
Come on.
plead guilty, Priya. You cannot get away with this. You cannot just. I mean, fine. You're in your comfort zone. You're staying in the places where you get veg food very easily. Ask me. If you come out of
uh,
India, it's very difficult to find veg food. But anyway, that's the topic for next podcast where we're gonna talk more about food and everything. And it's time to end this podcast. Guys, what are we doing? We have been talking the last 40-45 minutes, talking shit, talking about shit, talking about chai, talking about Putin. What
sitcom
the hell?
somewhere.
What
But
the hell, guys?
by that it also reminded me. I'm sorry if we are getting like delayed with the time. I don't know. 45 minutes already. We are there. Okay.
We are
Already
good.
exceeded 15 minutes. Okay, so there's this thing. Have you heard? Russia, may they have renamed McDonald's and like rebranded it. It's not McDonald's anymore. It's
Have they
Fusno and Tochka.
rebranded it or have they closed it altogether?
They
Closed the business?
have rebranded it because the taste is same, exactly same. This aroma is same, everything is same. But uh, like they have removed the name McDonald's from there.
No, no, no,
It's
no, no, no.
now
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what has happened. A lot of
okay.
American companies, they have closed their business. I mean, officially closed their business in Russia. A lot of big companies, including
Oh,
yeah, some clothing brands, including these McDonald's. So what they have done is McDonald's continues to pay their employees who were McDonald's employees in Russia. They're continuing to pay them for like next 6 months is what I think so. We'll get the
huh.
facts corrected maybe in the next episode. But they have closed the business. So whatever was there, whatever equipments in the stores or the property that they had in Russia is now being taken over by the local businessmen, and they're kind of
Yeah,
rebranding it and putting the stores open again, so that it's available for the the public. But I think yeah, there's a lot to talk about,
yeah. I
and
thought they rebranded because that's what I saw. The
yeah.
rebranded McDonald's. The taste is same.
No, no. So
And,
that's the reason, right? Because
mhm.
McDonald's, what they do is they don't take the places on rent. They buy the places wherever they have the McDonald's stores. That's the kind of business model. So, well, I'm not a business guru or something. I don't know shit, but this is what it is. These are little things that I've learned from the internet. And
Yeah,
Priya, shall
Russian
we
people
end?
just enjoy Fusno and Tochka ka cappuccino with McVeggie burger if there is available there.
Oh God, let's
So,
end this goddamn podcast. I'm feeling hungry. You keep on
okay,
talking
okay,
about
okay.
food.
Okay, let's just,
Yeah. So everyone, once again, who are listening to us, who survived through the last 40, 45 minutes, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. This is like the first episode that we just recorded. By the way, we haven't introduced ourselves, Priya. This is such stupid host that we are. We
also you're
haven't.
calling me by my pet name, as we call, and in Bengali we call dark name. So my name is Priyanka, guys. It just happens that जिसका भी नाम प्रियंका होगा, it will be Priya. So yeah, my pet name is Priya, but my name is Priyanka. And introducing the beautiful human being, Kumar Gaurav, who's currently out of India and working in Mexico, and we are just missing him. So let's call him back as soon as possible. It's been a year, so celebrating his 1 year there in Mexico and living it in how. So
Yeah,
yeah,
man. I mean, I like it here. And
yeah.
like you said, like you introduced yourself, Priya, she's a very, very kind person, very genuine
How is
food lover.
this becoming an you're not sitting in
We
a
gotta say good things about
yeah,
each other, Priya. Come on.
yeah. No, guys, we are not that good people. We're just normal. Huh.
Yeah.
We tend to
So
think about it.
we'll try to bring out more fun podcasts for you, talk about more shitty things and the stuffs that happening around the world in a more fun way, so that you get to have a good time while you're listening to us. Whatever you're doing, you're cooking, you're running, you're walking, you're driving, you're working. Our
You're
podcast is
eating.
gonna, yeah, our podcast is gonna put a smile on your face while you're doing any
Yeah.
kind of shit or while you're doing shit.
Or
So
while
I
you're
don't want to
doing
talk about any. I don't want to talk about any more shit, guys. This podcast has been horrible so far. Talk about some very pathetic topics, but anyway, thank you so much for listening to us, and please do write to us, give us feedback, give us topic suggestions, send us your questions at please say that again mate at gmail.com, and we'll link our Instagram handles in the description, so you can just DM us if you have some questions. And guys, we are just very new in this space, so we are still learning. So anything
uh,
that you feel like
bear
is
with us, guys. Bear with
yeah,
us.
need corrections or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is a very unprofessional podcast. People just get up from the seat, collect Amazon parcel, cook tea, make tea, sorry, and cook food and do whatever. So I don't really matter. So anyway, guys, thank
This is what.
you.
Thank you, people, for
Thank you,
listening.
everyone. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Hey there, thanks for listening to the podcast. Just in case you liked the episode, do leave us a rating and follow us on whatever podcasting platform you're listening to. It'll be of great help if you share the podcast with your friends and tell them what podcast you're consuming. And you can also send us your questions, suggestions, feedbacks, and AMAs at please say that again mate at gmail.com, or you can DM us on our Instagram. Our handles are there in the description of the show. And with that, I'll take your leave and see you again next week.